Alright, welcome back. This is M-Dog. And we are at the Netherlands. I ended up deciding to come on. I know I think in the last episode I talked about waiting. But honestly, some of those fish I think are going to be tough to get at the Ukraine. We'll just have to keep trying different spots. So I didn't want to get sick of that. So we might mix in some other things and then head back. But we came to Netherlands. The daily was catching a bunch of rough. Now, it's still a little early. I think rough will probably come out later in the evening. But right now, we're just using zero hooks and bloodworms. And honestly, it's one of those spots where we're catching a bunch of different stuff. I'll show you what we've caught so far. I actually had to run back to town and grab some more bloodworms. So, I went ahead and emptied the fish net, but I can show you what we caught. I mean, it was nothing like too incredible, but okay, there's one of them, Belarus Sapa. So this is one of those things, like, according to what type of day is, it feels like you can catch a lot of different species just on bloodworm. But I'm imagining that once it gets to be late at night, if the rough are in this spot, we'll start seeing some rough. There's a bream. Some rough come in. So we'll see. All right, so we have the Sapa, the roach, shrimp, large silver bream, and then bream, as well as the zope. We had a zope. I already mentioned the shrimp, Sapa. I guess that's it. So we can go ahead and get rid of that shrimp. We definitely want to turn that into some shrimp tails. Get rid of the smaller bream, and everything else we'll keep for now. Again, we're really wanting rough, but I think it's probably a little early. So if we start, Xander shouldn't be too hard. Eyed peas, mullet, single. We can try the like weird bread stuff we have. That might work. Notice that bream here seem to like leeches a lot. Doe pea. We could try peas as well. That just might not be the trophies. Mayfly or salmon for the little rippus. Nearus, which is a bait that they actually sell here, or the sea worm. Seems like that'll catch possibly multiple types of mullet. There's at least 3 here. Alice shad on mayfly. Fent looks like fish pieces. Crucian carp, which this is what we saw in my older video from Netherlands, catching a crucian carp here. Now look, remember, this is a size 0 hook. I think it's the bream that are hitting them. We'll see what this is, but my guess is it's getting to be a little bit later. Bream are starting to activate a little better. But even on a 0 hook, bream or whatever this is, hitting these bloodworms. Actually, that might be an eyed. What is that? Yeah. Alright, so we can knock eyed off the list. Yeah, like I said, it seems like bloodworms are going to get you a lot of different fish. Alright, so this is the bloodworm that's closest. I literally have them farthest. The far left one is like 36 meters away. The middle one is much closer. And then the far right one is just right at our feet, basically. So that was another zope. Large zope. And I don't know that any of these fish, like if you get really big bream, obviously that can be worth some silver, but I don't know that any of them are really worth that much. We probably ought to throw in something to try to catch some of these mullets before it gets to be nighttime. Rough, another mullet. Perch. Oh, there's flounder, squid slices. So some of this would be easier to come back. Mayfly for Vimba. A Dutch perch. That's cool. A little bit bigger perch. Whitefish. So mayfly might be interesting. Eel. and stellate sturgeon. So not a very big sturgeon, which is nice. You certainly don't have a boat to chase it down here. So many different fish. Okay, so till it's like truly nighttime, let's think about this. So what would we want to put on? Size 1 hook and do we just want to try mayfly first? No, let's try some mince bread. And actually, what we ought to use is the yeah, sea mullet. Let's see if this works. I'm not going to throw it too far. We'll see if that works. That type of bread is supposed to be really good at mullet, right? Ooh, somebody's caught a trophy rough. Are the rough coming out? Because I just took one of my rough lines out. I may not be in a good rough spot, though. I don't know. He's zope. Alright, so what else? We have the... Oh yeah, let's try a mayfly as well. We won't put any ground bait or anything on this one. Ooh, that didn't go very far. We need a heavier weight, don't we? Oops. Well, there went that leader. If that had any wear and tear on it at all, that leader is now gone. What else do we want to try? We've got mayfly. We've got minced bread. Oh, maybe that new bait. The bait that's just here. Try that for a couple minutes. It's another eyed. They like their bloodworms. I think we want to start with size 1. Alright, where is it? It's this. Nereus? Let's give that a try. I kind of want to get that back out into the deeper area. Oh yeah, that's good. Alright, this is the mayfly. So far that minced bread or whatever it is doesn't seem to be doing anything. Oh, never mind. Alright, Alice Shad. Pretty small. Very small. Is that a roach? Get off my minced bread. Is that even what it's called? Special dough for catching all kinds of mullets. I heard it works pretty good in Italy. So we'll see if it works here at all. Alright, here we go. Here's that new bait. This and the sea worm, or whatever that other worm is called, probably work pretty good here. They also, again, work in the Italy map. Oh, it's flounder. We got the flounder done. It's crazy. I mean, we're busting through a bunch of these different fish types. Now, some of them are going to definitely require... It's deep out there. If you throw past that final shelf, it's really deep. By the way, have I shown you where I'm fishing at? And I guess you see it's 86 140. It's basically the third peg from the place that you zone in at. No boats here at Netherlands. I kind of like it though. Like if you like feeder fishing, this seems like a pretty cool map. This is a crucian carp. Not just a crucian. A crucian carp. He has a name? A Ramada mullet. See, the other bait I think you could try here is sea worm. Probably do pretty well with it also. Right now, Mayfly's not keeping up. Now, with all these baits, we probably could get away with the smaller lines. Especially since we're just using large one hooks. But I didn't want to take any chances, just not knowing what all we might hook into. That's an eyed. So this is really interesting. Lots of different fish getting on this bread. Not really the expected fish, though. Alright, here's the first one on the sea worm. Another flounder. So as you see, we're already starting to fill this in pretty good. The question will be, what time should we switch back to... What's something else we could go for here? Sea worm. Do we ever just throw fish pieces in? Probably want to go down to a 0 hook if we're going to do that, but... Thick lip mullet, there's yet another one. Large silver bream. Yeah, they're definitely in this spot. I was seeing silver bream on the bloodworms as well. This is catching some nice sized fish. This minced bread stuff. It's not bad at all. Ooh, look at that bream. Yeah. Heck yeah. I actually want to throw fish pieces on there for a minute before it gets... It's a little close. Is that really where I want to leave it? We'll leave it there for a minute, see if anything happens. Do we have any, like, quests we could take away some of these? Ramada Mullet 619. I only have one of them, but it is big enough. I don't know. I don't think we can get distracted. If we actually want to try to get this rough daily done, we probably can't get too distracted by other weird things. It's a pretty nice bag of fish so far, though. What tournaments do we have coming up? So in less than an hour, we've got an ASP tournament at Russia. White bass, but it has to be spinning at USA. Loach at Ukraine. Arctic Demoules at NSA. That's kind of tempting. I mean, I won't be awake. It's like 2 hours and 41 minutes. I could be awake, actually. So these three are all possible. Can I go to Ukraine Dnieper? Which one is that? Yeah, that's the river. So that has to be on a stick float rod catching loach. Is that easy? I'm trying to think where I've seen loach. Maybe in that back pond. Well, let's see how the rough go. All right, people are starting to catch rough, so I'm going to start getting all the rough lines back out. And this may just not be the best place for rough. What is this? A flathead mullet. Is that yet another mullet type? How many mullet types are we missing? All right, let's get this one out there into the deeps. I don't know if that's really necessary for the... That's a little too much. There we go. Try this fish piece. It's just a little bit longer and a little farther out there. We haven't had a single rough. Although when I was going for them, it was more when it was All right, let's see what we got here. If it's not a rough, I'm going to throw it a lot closer. Because this is a long way to reel in unless we can just zero in on the rough out there. Okay. Deeper water, not a rough. Go less far this time. Alright. Hopefully we start seeing some rough. Do we need to catch rough on float? Is that worth considering? Would that be easier for some reason? Ooh, that's a nice little fish. But we should be catching rough right now. Again, may just be the wrong spot. Oh, this is on fish pieces. Let's see what we caught on fish pieces. Another mullet. Alright, I'm going to try this real quick. How deep is it right in front of us? 4 meter, 2.5 meter. Like, I think these rough are probably, you know, a little far down there. Oh, is there a current? Okay, that's interesting. I just don't know that. I'm not sure this is the spot. We are using 0 hooks, right? Ooh, that's a pretty looking fish. 0 hook. What if we go down to 4.5 and just keep it right here in front of us? I don't think float's the answer, by the way. We could also try maggots on one, maybe? My goodness. Alright, come on. Tiny. Tiny fella. Could be just like a really nice rough, maybe? No. I'm about to move spots. So, if you look, you start down here, right? Then there's the first place, there's the second place. We're at the 3rd peg, and then there's at least one more peg down there. Looks like you could actually, might be some big stuff down there at the end. The problem is, like, getting down there will take forever. It's actually a long run. It's big. It's bigger than you realize running along this shore. Like, you can't even see the starting point. Okay, there's a roach. We're getting closer. I guess we haven't tried maggots yet, have we? Maybe there's just too many things that go for bloodworms. Yeah, there's like the trophy rough on bloodworms, but maybe there's a faster way to catch them. Look at this. Look at this craziness. I'm gonna try maggots. Might have the same problem, I don't know, but it's worth trying. Where are the rough? I don't think I've caught a single rough, in fact. Oh, salmon roe. Is that gonna work? I don't think I have that much salmon roe, though. Kind of be a bummer to use them for rough, wouldn't it? I just want to know if rough are even in this spot. We've got 17. I think I did a quest to get most of these. Maggot, this is not a rough. Now we're getting into the ides. All right, let's see what we caught on salmon roe. Salmon roe. Frickin' kidding me. We actually don't need that many at that size. All right, I was gonna try something over here though. Look at all this this yummy goodness over here. We're not gonna be able to hear it from over there, are we? Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah, I didn't hear it. Alright, this is what I'm talking about. It's a little rough, isn't it? Oh, it's a shrimp. You know, the other thing is, maybe as it actually hits nighttime, some of these other fish will stop being active. And all that'll leave is the rough, you know? Maybe. I don't mind trading bloodworms for shrimp tails, though. That seems like a fair deal. Oh, that seems like a fair deal. So this starts in 40 minutes. Oh, we got movement, Frank. Not a rough. It's not rough at all. Alright, let's see what this is. If it's not a rough, then I guess we'll move it back down. So it's not as awkward. A little silver? Is that what that is? A little Bream. Oh, this is the one that caught a rough last time. This is the only thing we've been able to catch a rough on. Don't really want to burn through all these though. Guess we can target quests that have them if we want to get them back. It's not the end of the world. That trade I'm not as sure about. Salmon roe for 2 shrimp tails. I don't know. I'm not sure about that one. Alright, so we just had the last episode of Fisher Online, the Ukrainian exploration episode go live. And that is the episode where I asked folks, what do you want me to level up first? More silver or more XP for club members? Would you rather get 1% more silver or 1% more XP? To me, it feels like silver would be better. But I want to hear your thoughts. I could ask people that are actually online right now, too. Club members that are online. Let's see how many are actually online. Also, not a rough. I'm going to abandon this quest if it doesn't start picking up. I'm just not probably in the best spot to do it. But I don't really feel like experimenting spots just to find rough for this stinking daily. If nothing else, I might just turn all our rods into Bream rods and just see how good Bream is right here in this spot. I wouldn't mind finding a good Bream spot. Or at least looking for a minute. You can tell it is slowing down though. So the question is, will the rough start biting? Too slow. We'll give it another minute here, and then we're going to try something different. The only thing that maybe there's a chance is that as we actually get into overnight hours, maybe they'll pick up. But I don't know. I don't have much faith. All right, this is interesting because this is the salmon roe. Ooh. What else are we catching on this? This could be interesting. That is an eel, folks. Right? That's pretty cool. Is that what the record eels were on? Man, to already knock the eel off, that's pretty big. Yeah, they do like that salmon roe, don't they? Okay. Rough it up. It might be a shrimp. Shrimp active all night. Salmon roe, even like crawfish tails, even more. Our eel was 1.578. Those eels get big, real big. This is not a rough. All right, I'm about to cancel that quest out. Cancel culture around here. All right. Part of me wants to go for a giant eel. All right, let's go. Let's go hard into Bream, and we're gonna go. I mean, hard. All right, let's make some ground bait. Bream ground bait. What dip do we want? Garlic? Garlic is always like the safe choice for Bream, I feel like, because I just don't know. Maybe sunflower? We'll do garlic. Base, we're going to do ground peas base. Now, for something a little different, we're going to do bloodworm, right? Or maggot. We're using leech. Let's do bloodworm. All right. Let's hit us a Bream, huh? How far do you think we need to cast for some giant Bream? I don't think we need to cast that far. Alright, we'll try it at 26 meters. Where is 26 meters, by the way? It's like right in here. At about 5.6 meter depth. Alright, come on. Come on. We're going for Bream up in here. Now, I don't have many of them, but I do want to try night crawlers one time. I think the Bream here do like night crawlers quite a bit. I like it. Alright. Now I'm tempted to cast even shorter on this one. Alright, this one we're going to go... Actually, I'm going to do size 1 hook on this one. I'm not going to cast very far. Just going to see what happens. So that's got 1 hook with peas. Ooh. I like it. Come on. Come on, leech. Do your thing here. Now, sometimes, like, yeah, the largest Bream might be out on leech or nightcrawler or whatever. But that doesn't mean that it's going to be, I mean, peas still might be such a good bite rate in comparison that you want to go with peas. I don't know. We'll see. Is this even a bream, though? Oh, yeah. Large bream. 4.2 kilos. All right. 25, 26 meters. That worked good. 6-meter depth. Okay. 1 point. Yeah. That's got to be worth it, right? That Bream quest. Oh, wait. Am I misunderstanding? Oh, 3 pieces from 1.6. So we want any Bream that end up being 2 kilo or less, I guess. Like this one seems a little smaller, right? Because if we sell too big of a Bream for that income quest, it won't be worth it. Let's see how big this one is. Oh no. Oh no no no. We don't want any part of that. All right, first one on night crawlers, which this will be the last one on night crawlers because I only have 2 of them. Uh-oh. Bring it to me. There come the peas. Here come the peas. Now remember, peas have a smaller hook, so we're... Ooh, that's tiny. That is tiny. Yeah, we'll take that towards the quest for sure. And leech over here. Let's do it. Alright, this is an interesting test case. Smaller hook and closer cast. Are we still hitting good Bream here? Looks like the answer is yes. We probably ought to test peas on the larger hook too, right? Okay. Peas again. Let's take a gander. This feels a little better. Oh, it's an eyed. That's why it feels a little better, because it's fighting a little more. Because in this game, I definitely fight more than Bream. Alright. We're going to go size 2 now. So peas has the same size as the other. And it also... it's a little bit closer in terms of the casting distance. Wow. That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes the bite rate on peas, you know. It might not catch the biggest ones. doesn't mean it's not worth it. I mean, we've been sitting here. We've got 2 leeches in. Haven't had a bite in a while. But Peas is going to start pulling them out. Ooh, that's a big one. That's a real big one. I hesitate to use that for the quest. We'll see when we get back. I think next when we catch on a leech, I'll switch the leech out to Peas. If this keeps up. Look at Peas. Look how Peas are outperforming leeches here. So that's the question. Are you trying to sit on the largest bream? Or are you trying to get a good silver grind going? Hopefully this one will be big enough for... Is it got to be 1.6? Oh, just barely. That's beautiful. Oh, both of them have him on now. Healthy. That's the thing. Real healthy. I think this ground bait we made was a success too. The other thing I still haven't made up is the like the pea dough, right? That would always also be worth trying in a situation like this. Oh, man. Alright, I'll throw this one back in. This is the middle one that I got to decide on. Are we going to switch that to Peas or leave it on leech? It's a tough choice. It is a tough choice. I'll also just be really curious in a minute here when we kind of wrap things up. Go see how much silver this stuff's worth. Are Bream worth grinding, focusing on here at Netherlands? This is another nice one. So good. Alright. I'm going to put Peas on mostly because I'm going to run out of leeches, to be honest. Ooh, there we go. Also a nice one on Peas. So we've got 2 out of 3 for that silver quest, income quest. So just one more, like less than 3. And it's, you know, it's worth doing, I think. For 122 silver. Oh, that's another nice one though. Real nice. I just can't do it. I can't. Not until I know what that is worth. Don't we have like a 3 kilo one? I mean, if worst comes to worst, it's got to be what, 1.6? Now all of them are like, oh my goodness, calm down. This one's not as big. I wonder if there will be anywhere that sells leeches. I'm guessing not. I'm guessing it's going to be always be something we have to farm for. Or do quests for. It's another beautiful bream. How much XP are we getting for these? 639. So good. The secret, I think, is using the size 2 hooks, which is a little bit... doesn't fully make sense. With this size from other fish, you would kind of think the 1 hook size would be perfect. But it really does help. Like, It limits how many of the smaller sizes you're catching. Holy cow. Wait, we don't have enough room. Xander, roach. We got nothing. Well, you know what we could do? We gotta hustle. Alright. So 122 silver. Let's see what just one of these... Oops. Wrong spot. Alright, just one of these bream. 48 silver. But we could use this one. I mean, it's only worth 39. So that quest is worth it, especially with the others we have. Alright, so let's do that really quick. Bream. Can't I sort by weight? Yeah, there we go. So this one? No. Why is it? Yeah, I guess so. Alright, let's just do it. Alright, so we finished that quest. We have 614 fish. I mean, 614 silver. With, honestly, most of that's bream. Most of that silver is bream. Alright, we'll go catch a couple more and then we'll wrap it up. I think our biggest bream yet today has been on peas. That 5 kilo came in on peas. Which we're getting close to trophy size, I think. If we catch a 5.1. See how far this is? It's sort of like sneaky far. Here's the second peg, which I haven't tried this peg yet. I skipped straight to the third one. Whoa. Maybe an eyed? I don't know. I'm just not used to bream taking off that direction like that. Maybe it's a bream. But I'm guessing a small to mid-size eyed. Yeah, look at this thing jumping. This isn't a bream. Large-eyed. I would think the experience is adding up pretty quick too. So we need 153,000 XP to hit 23. And we're getting around 600 per bream. It's not bad. We're still at a level where catching bream still feels significant. It's another eyed, I think. 2 large eyes. I bet both silver and XP, those aren't near as good as bream. That's one thing that leech seems to do, right? We're not really catching eyed on leech, at least not much. I'm really not sure if we are at all. Xander, Rippus, eyed. That gives us salmon roe. We need 8 kilos. Let me take that so I can at least look at it. 8 kilos. Like right now we already have 6 kilos. We know the eyed aren't worth that much silver. So if we get one more eyed and can complete that quest, 17 salmon roe, totally worth it, I think. We've already seen that sometimes you need salmon roe to catch a, you know, specific species a little easier. I know something we need to do in an episode coming up pretty soon is go back to Poland. We haven't spent enough time fly fishing and doing stuff at Poland. Hey, it's a Xander. I think there was a Xander quest too. Oh, that's right. I've noticed that before, that leech do catch Xander. I have noticed that before at Russia. Sometimes when I've gone for bream at Russia with leech, I've seen Xander. So we need 2 pieces over 6 kilos. Do we think that's going to happen? No, not really. I don't really think that's going to happen. Maybe if we were also spin fishing all night, I'd say there's a better chance. Well, did I speak too soon? I don't think this is going to be a 6 kilo Xander. Might be a 5 kilo Bream if we're lucky, though. It feels like it's pulling a little too much to be a Bream. This might be another Xander. Come on, be a Bream. Bream, 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 Bream. It is a Bream. Nice. Looks like a healthy one, too. Heck yeah. Wait, what? Which one was that? Okay. See, I don't always put these rods in the same slot, so I have no, like, muscle memory of being like, oh, the high tone is always on the left, or whatever. I need to start doing that, or taking the bells off and put them in the right order. It should go, like, high to low or something every time. Yeah, I knew that was an eyed. So this means we're going to be able to get that salmon roe, I think. I'm going to go ahead and take it towards the quest. And then we'll go ahead and complete it real quick. Salmon roe. I like it. I like it. This also not a Bream, by the way. Well, at least we have another large eyed so we can see what they're worth. Oh my goodness. You think that's an eyed? Holy cow. As it jumps out of the water. This is actually a lot of fun. It's a nice spot. Look at this Bream. That's the benefit of leech, I guess. You occasionally, oh, it's a nice one. Occasionally might see a Xander, but you're not seeing all these eyed. This is 100% an eyed. I will fall out of this chair if it's a Bream. That looks really healthy. Whew, another large one. It's just a nice, really steady bite rate here. It's gotta be a good silver grind. I guess the thing we need to figure out with this is the best place to grind some leeches, right? Off the top of my head, I don't know, but I'm sure that information is out there. It's another Bream, and it is another healthy Bream. Oh my goodness. So nice. There's at least a chance. Neither of these have jumped out of the water yet. Imagine, I mean, I guess, you know, it's nice getting the angler tokens for the dailies. But imagine if we had spent this whole time wandering around trying to catch rough. Oh, that's another pretty one. Woo, 4.5 kilos. This is an eyed. He tried to jump at the end. I don't know. All right. I do need to wrap this up, though. I'm sure we've been going a while. Oh, yeah, we're just over an hour now. Okay. They're just coming out one after another. I need to remember this Bream mix we made, though. Instead of using peas as the bait, we used bloodworms, and it seems to have worked really well. And we need to also watch for quests that give us leech. We need to watch for those. Those leech quests are going to be nice. Okay. So let's look at this. Let's see if I'd add up at all. Oh, not really. I mean, it's not terrible. 20 silver a fish. You're still making a good amount of silver based on the bait we're using. And ground bait. Xander, it's okay. It's kind of in between. But man, these Bream, I mean, you're getting up to almost 50 silver a piece at the highest end. And we're so consistent using those 2 hooks. It's not like we got a bunch of small things mixed in eating up our ground bait. This is just perfect. It's another quick 322. We're up to 1700. By the way, I'm glad we waited on line. This is the line we want. 30 kilo line right here. It's expensive, but it's braided, 350 meters. So we want 2 spinning setups like what we've built here. Now we need a leader that goes up to like 28. Do they make such a leader? $29. Again, it's probably not set up perfect, but it's pretty close. I like it. And then the other thing we want, I don't know if we have the silver for it, but, or if I want to spend the silver for it right now, but these guys here are really good for trolling. These are good for trolling. And it looks like using in a stream as well. They've just got a few more lure options here. Night squid fishing. What? That is so cool. I've never seen that before. Oh, here we go. This is what I'm talking about, though. It says it's good for Xander, but I'm pretty sure I see these show up on a lot of different things. I think we want to get these, right? At least a couple of them. What is that, 200 something silver? I think I'm just going to get them. It gives us some options with our spinning setup. And we'll wait on the trolling stuff for now. There's a lot of good stuff here, though. These are good, too. I remember a lot of these lures. I don't know that I've used these. They take tournament tokens, but... Okay. Tight lines, everybody. Thanks for watching. I like Netherlands. I actually like it more than I thought I was going to. It's really cool. It's a good change of pace when you feel like bottom fishing, bream fishing. It's the kind of place where you can throw out something and a lot of different fish might go for that bait. So there's a lot of variety. I like it. See you next time.